The eighth law of human nature. Change your circumstances by changing your attitude. The law of self-sabotage. This is perhaps one of the most important laws because we've all heard that saying, the glass is either half full or half empty. And it's so true in life. Like, the way you view things is the way your world will be shaped. If you constantly see every adversity as, a challenge from God or something to make you stronger, or, just a temporary setback where you can learn a lesson and then apply it to the next time, and then the next time you're going to just roll over the challenge because you've already beaten so many challenges that it doesn't matter. Or you can say like, oh, I have the worst luck. The world hates me. God hates me. This, that, oh, these people, they're holding me back. I'm so great. This, that, like, I can go on and on again about these examples, but like, you obviously know that like viewing the world in a positive light, viewing the world in an optimistic light, that you can accomplish everything is going to go so much further than that negativity that you're holding. And I'm going to give you a little secret. The reason why people don't like you is because you're projecting negative energy. The reason why people are going against you and you feel like nobody likes you is because you're giving off that energy. And you giving off that energy confirms that negative energy that that person has to you. They're like, oh my God, this person has a bad attitude. Let me give him a bad attitude back. Like, it's literally that simple. And I want you to get this through your head. Like, 90% of human communication is nonverbal. It's body language. It's the energy you provide. It's the air that's around you, the way people view you, like the things people say about you. Like, these all go into how people treat you. So you need to start changing this narrative. You need to stop approaching people you don't know and have a negative view of them. You need to stop approaching people that you do know and have a negative approach about them. Like, I want you to understand, like, each and every one of us have our own experiences, our own trauma, our own victories, and we all cope in our own ways. Some people don't do it in a healthy way. Some people do it in a way that they bring others down. And like, you don't need to be part of this. You don't need to contribute to this. You could treat this person nicely and change their narrative. And if you start taking a view of positivity to life, I promise you your life is going to get so much better. But so many of us, we like to see the darkness in the world. We like to fixate on everything that's wrong instead of fixating on everything that's right. Like, you can look on the news and you can get all upset about, the crime going on, or, the poverty, or the inflation, or this or that. Or you could also go online and say like, wow, like, we live in a day and age where I can have every single shred of information on the internet. I can learn everything about business. I can learn everything about sales. I can learn everything about speaking and religion and all of these new philosophies and all of these things, so I can go improve my own insight, my own psyche. And it's like, there's always a bright side to everything. And if we choose to take the negative, that's all we're going to get. But if we choose to take the positive, that is the path of righteousness. That is the path of happiness. That is the path of fulfillment. And we don't even have to get into the law of attraction, but if you don't believe in the law of attraction, it's still the same thing. If you view the world in a positive light, people will give you a better result. If you view the world in a negative light, you are going to get a negative result. And you're all around you, you're just confirming your beliefs. Because I walk into a room and I'm all upset and I'm all angry. People see that. They're going to act the same way back to me. If I go up to somebody and I smile and I say, it's nice to meet you. You look like a great person. Like, I'm so happy that you're in my life. Like, what else could they do except smile back? That's simple. And I really want to get this across because I feel like I used to live my life in this way. I used to approach things. I used to approach situations. I used to look back at, when I didn't get playing time in high school, when the girls didn't like me, when this, when that. Like, all of my problems were always someone else's fault. And instead of taking the responsibility for myself, instead of, saying like, why don't I fix my attitude? Why don't I try to seem a little happy? Why don't I try to seem engaged? Why don't I try to look at the bright side? Like, instead of doing this, I sat there and I let these emotions fester. And because of that, my worldview was confirmed. Because of that, the world wasn't a fair place. It wasn't a nice place. It wasn't a place that was willing to give me whatever I asked for. And I have a friend that's literally still doing this. And I have the exact opposite approach now. I see everything as an opportunity. I see every failure as a success. I see every bad thing in my life as a sign that I'm on the right path. And it's like, my friend is the exact opposite. Something mildly inconveniences him. He's like, this world will burn, this, that. Like, he literally has that Vegeta mindset of like, oh, you don't want to accept me? Well, I'll burn the world down so it accept. Like, it's actually such a meme that he says these things, but Truly, it's like he's confirming his own biases when he goes into a room and he takes this energy and he has this body language and he takes this approach. Like, people aren't going to respond to you positively when you are acting negatively. It's so simple, yet we choose to not change it. And when you make a change, your life will change. It's so simple, and it's another reason why I like this book. This is such a good law. This is something so interesting because I always take things from the metaphysical perspective, but sheerly from the nonverbal communication perspective, it is also so correct. So again, I love this book so much. It's a great book. I'll leave a link in the description to this book. But if you're going to read one book from Robert Greene, I think it's this one. Again, thank you so much for making this far. The support on this channel has been unreal, and I can't thank you guys enough. Peace out.